is the president of the Langley Teachers Association.
I'm going to start off. I just was sending out a few tweets and I got something back from Patty Marcus, who's the chair of the Board of Education in Vancouver, and she wanted me to pass this along to you, so I'll do that first before I forget her. She's at a Career Vancouver event and she says, "Wish I could be there with you. Please pass along my very best wishes to Eden and all the rest of her courageous colleagues." So that's from Vancouver. It's a privilege for me to be here. I've been following what you've been doing with your board and this community very, very closely. And I feel a little bit connected to you, although most of you all know why. But a number of years ago in Langley, we did the Langley Special Education Inquiry. And one of the boards and one of the groups of people who were very, very interested in that, and were very complimentary, very engaged, and invited me over to speak to them was the Cowichan Board of Education, the Cowichan Teachers Association, and so I had the opportunity to meet a number of people in their community then and talk about the impacts in 2008 of the underfunding of public education. And now it's 4 years later, at our rate of $300 million a year, we're $1.2 billion worse off than we were in 2008. So all of the problems that we identified then have only gotten worse. And when I heard the stand your board was taking, I thought, wow, you know, that was the board who picked up on what we were doing 4 years ago. They knew there were problems then, and they were interested in what I was doing. And now you are front and center because you're the only board in the province who has had the courage and the tenacity and the professionalism to stand up and put in a restorative action budget. So I'm here to really give you a strong applause from the Langley Teachers Association and on behalf of the staff reps and the executive of the Langley Teachers Association who passed motions in support of you. So congratulations to you. But of course, everybody knows this quote, and I'm going to give just a little bit of direction to it to you. Mahatma Gandhi made the quote that said, when people are opposed to you, the first thing they do is to try to ignore you. Well, this government has been trying to ignore public education for the past 10 years. They've been trying to ignore the Cowichan board, and it hasn't worked very well. We've had letters of support from all around the province and from other places outside the province. You're not going away. So they're not doing a very good job of ignoring you. In fact, you're getting a lot of press every time George Abbott opens his mouth. You know, what they say, there's no such thing as bad press. Every time he acknowledges you, whether it's positively or negatively, he has to acknowledge the fact that you're still here, you're not going away, and you're still standing your ground. So good for you. We can only hope that maybe the other person has to go away. Anyway, first of all, they ignore you, and if that doesn't work, then they try laughing at you. Well, George Abbott certainly tried that as well. He's one of few sarcastic, mean-spirited comments at this board and at this community. I won't repeat things that only gives him more presence, but he certainly tries to laugh at you. He certainly tries to pass along comments that were meant to demean you, and none of those have worked either. So laughing at you hasn't worked. In fact, it is described that your supporters who have recognized how mean-spirited those comments were and said, really, Mr. Abbott, frankly, you're not looking so good when you speak about people and communities in that way. It doesn't speak well of you. Really, nobody told you. If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. And then, of course, when they realize they haven't beaten you, then they fight you, which is what you're doing now. You're in stage 3 of this. They're trying to fight you. They're trying to threaten you. They're trying to bully you. They're trying to intimidate you. They're trying to say to you, you know, it's really important to hold on to that job, being on the Board of Education. You wouldn't want to lose that positional power, that positional authority, that positional right to make decisions that are in line with the government. It really makes you a leader in your community if you just toe the line. You can keep that job. What you're telling him is, you know what? I don't need a job where I have to toe the line. I don't even want a job where I can't speak my mind and stand up report back is, positional authority doesn't matter to me, it's moral high ground. Moral high ground, professional autonomy, professional authority, that's wherever you live. Everybody in this room and all the supporters of the Cowichan 5, you're standing on the moral high ground. So they're trying to fight you, they're not winning there either. And then I love it, the last line, Mahatma Gandhi's quote, and then you win. I have no doubt you're going to win, none at all. And winning comes in all kinds of shapes and sizes. You may well win because your legal opinion gives you the right to win. You may win because the people in this community are going to keep voting you in every time they can. You may win for all kinds of reasons, technically, politically, but what you've already done is you've given this community the strength to stand up for itself, and you've shown them how to do it. So you are all winners, and I'm just so proud to be invited to be here and to be allowed to say a few words. Congratulations to all